most legs since I'm a left below knee amputee, but what I lack in limbs I make up for in personality and sense of humor. And welcome to the Stumping Grounds. Tenable Target, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I am a variety streamer. I'm a Mega Man Deathless runner. I've completed Mega Man 1, 2, 3, and 4 individual Deathless, along with Mega Man 1 and 2 consecutive Deathless, and Mega Man 1 through 3 consecutive Deathless. Also, I'm an advocate for amputees. The month of April is just around the corner. It is Limb Loss Awareness Month. And I will be doing a charity stream, 48-hour charity stream starting April 1st for an organization called Limbs for Life. I would appreciate if you guys could check out their website, limbsforlife.org. I'll be doing a 48-hour charity stream for them, raising awareness and raising money for them. That's on April 1st, starting at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's going to be a fun 48-hour stream. I raised money for them last year. I did a 24-hour stream for them last year, raised almost $1,500. My goal this year is $5,000. But that's another time and day. Today is Retro Rap, and my guest is a friend of mine. I met her a while ago. I think she came in on a raid. Her name is Karsa, and we're doing things a little differently, guys. She during her streams, herself is not on camera. She has an avatar. So I will be. She got it to work, which is really cool. So we'll be interviewing her with her avatar. Usually, you guys are used to having video of whoever I'm interviewing. But we'll bring her in right now, and there she is. Good morning, Karsa. How are you today?
Good morning. I am right here. I'm looking at your stream, and I'm thinking I'm a little bit far behind. There we go. All right.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm excited.
Good. Well, I'm really excited that you agreed to be on. I really like doing this. For those that are new to Retro Rap, this is an idea I came up with to try to connect new viewers to new chat communities, and to give viewers streamers that I'm interviewing a chance to tell a little bit about themselves, if there's any sort of cause they want to speak of that are important to them. So we have Karsa. So Karsa, why don't you I'm going to get my questions ready for you. Why don't you take about 10 or 15 seconds just to give like a quick elevator pitch to the viewers on who you are.
Well, hi, I'm Karsa. KarsaKKWx. Karsa's my name. KKWx is my empire. And I am the Empress from Alpha Centauri. Well, that is what I tell everybody. But I am been doing this since probably September. And I do a lot of sci-fi role play, sci-fi games, and of space engineers, Empyrean, things like that. And then I also have a new group that I'm working with, and that is where we do budget gaming reviews. And that is just recently started. That's Nexus Roundtable, in which you will get the information about it, I'm sure, shortly. But the main reason why I chose to do this was because I want to talk about lymphedema. And that is why I chose to be a streamer in the first place. Instead of just doing Discord, which I've done for years, I decided to go ahead and be a streamer.
Perfect, and we'll talk. We'll give you. You'll have an opportunity to talk about that in just a second here. Guys, go give her a follow. That is her Twitch channel, and then she's also on Twitter. That's her Twitter link.
I don't really use Twitter much.
She does have 2 YouTube channels. Put those on here too.
Thank you for the follow, Raven. Appreciate it.
Those are YouTube channels, and she also has, for her charity that she's passionate about, there is a site you can check out for that as well. Right there, so go check out. So we'll get started here, Karsa. First question, what is your favorite genre of video games and why?
Sci-fi and survival, definitely. And you can put Minecraft with that survival bit. I also do a lot of tabletop gaming, and I've been doing that for 30 years.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
So,
So, what is it about? What is it about sci-fi and horror or survival that you really like? What is it about it?
well, when I was 3 years old, I've always wanted to be a scientist. But when I was 3 years old, and probably about when I was 8 years old, when Star Trek first started becoming a major part of the scene, my father and I spent years, or days, hours, whatever you want to call it, talking about Star Trek, and we'd actually get in debates about, can this happen, can this not happen, and it became just that part of me that has always fallen in place, and that is the what if scenario. And what if there were zombies? What if the world had a nuclear war? What if we went to space? This is why.
That's really cool. That's a cool answer. All right. You and your favorite video game character were busted for a crime and went to jail. Which video game character were you busted with, and what did you get busted for?
Well, of course, I'd be a sci-fi alien on Empyrean, and I'd be busted by the Galactic Police for killing evil aliens of Xerix, because I don't like them at all.
Well, if you're gonna go to jail, you might as well go to jail for something cool like that, right?
Yeah. I don't like them. They're mean.
What can new viewers expect in your channel?
Well, if you're coming to my channel, you would definitely see sci-fi, you see survival, Minecraft, and every Wednesday we definitely play a lot of Space Engineers with Tenable Target. I had to shout him out because he's a really good guy, and he's helped me understand how to play the game. But one thing you'll see on Mondays that you won't see on a lot, yes, intergalactic diplomat. Yes. Oh, and stealing your cookies. There you go. So one thing you probably will not see on a lot of places is that's tabletop gaming, and I do a lot of that. I do Pathfinder, Starfinder, and a few others. Somebody's wanted me to even do Paranoia. Oh God. But I will do it if people redeem it. Yeah, but I do those on my special streams, and I also do that every Monday at 10 a.m. We do what's called collateral damage for Starfinder.
Cool. So you do some different things on your channel. That's really neat. I like the idea of tabletop gaming, and I've kicked around maybe trying that, and I think that would be kind of cool way to get your community involved too with playing. So
I have considered that. I've considered opening up to some streamers and possibly DMing for them. I also do a lot of Minecraft on Sundays, and if you go to my streams, you notice that I do a lot of community because I really don't like playing for myself.
No,
I like to play with others.
That's cool. I like doing that too, and it's a great way. You know, some people just like to sit and watch, but some people want to be, they want to be interacting with you, and that's a great way to do that, is to be able to partake in whatever you're doing, other than just chatting. Yeah. So that's really cool. What is
one other thing I do, and I do want to bring this up.
Sure.
Is everything you see on my stream, I probably did through art, and I do it on my stream as well. I let people see it. Earth is treating me fairly nice. They've given me a decent amount of cookies, and I appreciate it.
What, in your opinion, is the most important part about being a streamer?
Well, if you decided to go into streaming, don't do it for the money. I thought at first that was possible, and then I thought, no, that's not what I want to do. My most important part is actually getting out the information about lymphedema. It's really what I'm passionate about, because I go through it every day and it's a pain. So having passion, loving what you do is what I think is important for a streamer.
Well, since we're on the subject of lymphedema, what kind of information would you like to share with us about it? Maybe talk a little bit about the charity that you're passionate about, and maybe talk about that. Talk about lymphedema, how it affects you, and how you like to raise awareness for it.
This is probably the most passionate part about my streaming career. I will answer any question that deals with lymphedema. I have lymphedema and peripheral neuropathy. They're very painful. It's why I don't stream a lot. I stream 4 days a week, but I stream for maybe 4 hours. Not much more than that. And there is no cure. It's a lifelong disease sentence. It's almost a sentence. I feel like it's a sentence. It's been kind of like a prison, and I know that you know a little bit about being kind of feeling like you're in a prison, but it's changed my life very rough. With streaming, it has made it so that I don't feel so much of being in a prison, and I have friends to talk to and all that. But it is painful, or it's not painful at all, and it's extremely numb. So it depends on that. What lymphedema is it's basically when your lymph nodes stop working properly, and the fluid starts to pool in your legs, or in your arms, or in your hands, or in your stomach, someplace like that. And there is no cure. No cure. The best thing I could say is that you probably will go for lymphatic drainage with a physical therapist, which costs a lot. You'll have compression wraps, stockings, whatnot, either on whatever the limb is or a girdle, to try to pull the lymph back into your system so that the cellular waste can be removed from your system. Unfortunately, with it, you can get cellulitis, you can lose a limb, you can actually lose your life if it gets too bad. A single scratch can cause cellulitis, can cause damage. For me, I did not get it by being born with it. I got it through a trauma. I had 200 books fall on my leg and opened it up. I thought I dodged a bullet, but I did not dodge the bullet. In fact, the bullet was inside my leg, caused the DVT. The DVT then became cellulitis and just destroyed my lymph nodes. From there, I just started getting pulling, and then from 2012 to 2015 it just got worse. I tried to look for a doctor. The first doctor didn't know what they were doing. They said, "Oh, you're just getting fat," and I'm like,
"Wow, what? They told you that you're just getting fat?"
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh my God, the gall! Oh my God!
Within a year, I gained 50 pounds just in my leg alone.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to find a doctor that actually knew what they were talking about. Finally found one after 3 years, but by then it was almost too late. My leg had been literally went from stage 0 to stage 2 within that year, within a couple of years.
Wow.
By December of 2015, I was told by my boss that I can no longer work there because,
wow.
Yeah, because I had gone to the hospital And I don't know how they got away with this, but they fired me. And I haven't been able to get it ever since. I haven't been able to get another job. They looked at the jobs every time I go for one. They basically say, well, we don't think you can do this job because we don't think you could stand long enough. And they're right. I can't stand long enough, but I try.
Well, here's the thing, too. Like, any job, if you have something like lymphedema, like, they should be able to make appropriate accommodations for you. And shame on them for not even thinking about doing that,
Oh, no, they won't, because they won't let me have my legs. I gotta have my legs up a lot so I can move that lip back into the system.
Well, it's not like you're kicking back and relaxing, right? I mean, there's a reason you need your legs up. And I get that. I suffer from a lot of swelling in my feet and my legs because of everything I'm going through. And you have to keep your feet up. And if you let that swelling keep going, it's not going to end up good. So you need to have your feet up. And shame on them for not at least attempting to make accommodations to see if you could do the job. That's too bad.
And the fact is, though, I could do the job. I mean, I have a master's in biology, a master's in chemistry. I have science education background. I have even massage therapy as a background. And I can do all of that, but I can't. It's rough.
Yeah, you can't force them to hire you. And that's a shame.
And I could, if somebody would let me just sit at a table and or a desk and do data work, I could do that. I could work like I did before as a geotechnologist, helping out a construction company, teaching them or testing their equipment, testing their soils like I did before. Like a Tenable knows that I was type of an engineer, and that's why we spent a lot of time each other. So yeah, it's ridiculous that it's not possible. And the fact is, I don't have disability. I don't get disability. I don't get SSI, even though I have a disability. So I've been working hard to get that.
Yeah, that's, here's the thing. Like, I'm on disability, and the problem is that people want disability for getting a paper cut. So, like, people, like, they make it so hard for people that actually need it to get it. Mm-hmm. And you have to fight for it. And, good for you for fighting for it, because you'll get it. It's a shame that you got to go through so much to fight for it,
Yeah, I've tried already once. They said, no, you can still walk, and so on. So it's like I got to keep trying. But also what I wanted to say to you guys, I should get a lawyer. I did have a lawyer. They still said no. I want to get another one to keep going. So they said, well, you got to wait a year. Now we got to try again. So, yeah. Thankfully, that if I ever do get it, they have to go and backtrack all the way to that point. So.
Yeah, it is definitely a lot. And Raven, here's the thing. Being someone that's gone through the process of getting disability, a lawyer will not accept your case if they don't think they can win, because you don't actually have to pay a lawyer unless you win. So if they win, then they get whatever your back pay is. They get a certain percentage of that. So if they don't think they can win, they're not even gonna bother. And it sucks, but it is what it is. And sometimes you just got to find the right lawyer, and something with what you have. Jill's exactly right. Some things that should be listed as a disability aren't. And that sucks.
It has not been considered a disability until 2018, and that is because of the group that I'm wanting to promote. They finally got it to a point where lymphedema centers are going to be out there all over the world. And it's important because literally 20% of the cancer patients, survivors, get this.
Wow.
People with amputee and trauma get this. 1 out of 1,000 Americans can get this. 1 out of 100,000 Americans get it through primary lymphedema. So it is more common than people think, but they don't even know what it is. And that is why I'm here.
Yeah, and guys, I will say this. I'm part of many amputee support pages on Facebook, and a lot of them do suffer from this. It is a very common thing. A lot of them, they lose limbs because of it. It is a very common reason people end up having amputations is because of it. So if you guys could be so kind, there's the link to her charity. If you could click on it, at least if you can't donate, at least read about it. Because trying to raise awareness for something important as this it's good, because like Karsa just said, a lot of people don't even know what it is. And it's really helpful to be educated on stuff like this, just because I just think it is. Because a lot of people, a lot of times a disability, you can't see a disability, and you don't know what a person's going through. So to be able to educate yourself is a good thing. So as somebody, Karsa, that is passionate about using Twitch as a podium to be able to talk about stuff like this, I appreciate you that you're doing that. You're raising awareness for something that's very, very important to you, and that not only important to you, but is important to you to let other people know about, because once maybe they're educated about it, maybe it becomes important to them. And it's just very important to educate people for that reason. So being as somebody that does raise awareness for something important to them, thank you for using this as a platform to talk about it. And if you ever wanted to do any sort of like a charity stream, whether it's to raise money or just raise awareness, I would be happy to help you any way I can. Now that I've done a charity stream, I have one coming up in April. I'd be happy to help you any way I could, because I think it's so important.
You would have said that about a month ago. I had a spot for you.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Well, you know what? There's always next year. There's always next year.
Well, or not just next year. It could be 6 months from now. Who knows?
Whenever you want to do it, yes. I'm willing to help.
This is very, 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 very important to me. In fact, suffering from depression comes with when you have a disability.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, if I didn't stream, I'd probably fall deeper into that hole. And actually, it's a lifesaver for me, really, to be streaming, as long as I don't get jerks out there.
Right, and I will totally agree with that. I went through a lot of depression, and along with my amputation, I was in an abusive relationship. And like coming back here to Minnesota from Maryland, it was nice to be able to start streaming, because you're right, you meet a lot of people, and it helped me get me out of my depression, and I got to use it as a platform to talk about something important to me. So again, I applaud you for doing that, and I appreciate that you do that. So thank you for doing something that's very important to you and trying to educate people on something that, quite frankly, they should know about.
Really should. And if a doctor would have actually known about this, I'd probably still be in stage 1 and not stage 2.
Right. And that's the other side of this, is that you have to advocate for yourself. And I really feel bad for people that can't advocate for themselves, or that don't have someone to advocate for them, because had they listened to you, you would be in a much better place right now. But they just don't. Doctors think they know everything, and when it comes to your own body, when you know something is wrong, they'll just say, no, you're just gaining weight. I mean, really? So it's like,
that's what they said to me.
Right.
And then what was sad is when I was going for my disability, she was the one who actually did my what's it called? My physical.
Oh, wow.
As the pro bono that was there, and I was like, oh God, this is not going to go well.
That's too bad. If you guys are just joining us, again, I'm Phantom Limb Gamer. You may call me Phantom or PLG. This is Retro Rap. My guest is KarsaKKWx. We are currently talking about lymphedema, which is a cause very important to her. She does suffer from it. And we're talking about the importance, if you're just coming in here, the importance of educating yourselves about it. This is a link to her charity that for lymphedema. If you guys could click on the link, at least read about it, maybe educate yourselves a little bit. That would be awesome. It's so important to be able to educate yourself on stuff like this.
If you get nothing from this other than what I've said today, that is what I want you to go for. On March 6th, we are going to be having a streaming event.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
You want to
at 10 a.m.
Why don't you
at 10 a.m.
type it
I'm
in?
going to be.
Type I don't mean to interrupt. Type it in the messenger though, so then people can maybe copy and paste it into their calendar.
March 6th, 10 a.m. We will actually be doing donations.
Perfect.
Donations will be going straight to Lymphedema Research Network so that we can actually get that information out to people. They are getting the centers out there. They've actually opened 25 centers to start getting doctors to learn more about it. In fact, they got one in University of Chicago, and I'm so excited about it. So, yeah.
Perfect, guys. Put that date on your calendar. That's on a Sunday, right? Sunday, March 6th?
Oh, well, I'll tell you my favorite sandwich. Yeah, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that in a minute. Give me a second. Well, March 6th, I'm going to be starting it with a Pathfinder game that will show you the 4 stages of lymphedema.
Well, there you go. That's really cool. So, guys, make sure Sunday, March 6th, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure that's a link to her Twitch page. Give her a follow. And then, Karsa, why don't you take a couple minutes here and talk about the 2 YouTube channels that you have?
Okay, so the first YouTube is right now my live things that we had on Twitch that are no longer able to be there. So you can just go and see some back histories. Slowly I'm going to be getting my Starfighter their own little spot on my YouTube. But doing thumbnails is taking me a while. I have 100 things to go through. On my second one, however, believe I don't know if I got the right one. Is it the first or the second that ended up? Yes, the second one is all about Nexus Roundtable. Now, Nexus Roundtable is with 2 other people currently. With Bailey's 115, and I'm also with It's Bullhead, who is joined me into reviewing games that are budget games. So that, if you are like me, disabled and unable to actually afford $60 per game, you can see what free games are possibly on Epic Games or Xbox or Steam. And yeah, so those are the type of games that we try to review. And I'm not always playing something I like to play. They're not always playing something they like to play. We just started. We did Slime Ranchers, and we also did My Time at Portia. The format is probably going to change because we want to get a better and better change, and I don't like how it was last time. So more likely it's going to be more of a talk show like we're doing now for those type of games.
Oh, that's really cool. So, guys, yeah, go ahead and click on those links. Give her a follow on her YouTube channel. Give her a follow on her link channel. And again, check out. I'm gonna type it here one more time. Check out her charity. Again, do some reading on it. Educate yourselves. You might learn something you didn't know. Moving on here, Karsa. To your viewers that really look up to you, what message do you have for them?
Oh, that was a question. I wasn't sure what I was going to say. I guess what I would say to them is, one, I may play games around and I may do art or whatever, but I really do like listening and talking to people. And viewers out there, if you want a chill stream. I tend to have one. And I really do like to talk to people. I may not be the best gamer in the world by a far. I do like to talk. I'm not shy. I'm not shy about it at all.
I enjoy your streams. It's a very chill channel, guys. And now I will say this: it is 18 plus. So just keep that in mind. If the adult language or cussing or whatever, if that offends you, be aware that there is that in her channel. Not necessarily from her, but from other viewers.
Right. The only reason why it's 18 plus is because I have friends who like to cuss.
Right. So
I rarely cuss.
Right. So if it's
X or things like that, the only reason is because of that.
Yeah. So if that kind of language offends you guys, just be aware there is that on her channel. But she's a fun streamer, and she's a pleasure to watch. I will say that.
Yeah.
What is your favorite video game of all time, and why that game?
Oh my gosh. And that was another one. That was really another one. Well, I would say Minecraft because my daughter got me into it, and I really like Minecraft.
What's it called?
Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft. Okay.
Especially modded Minecraft, I like a lot. But yeah, I guess. What else would I would say? I like StarCraft and strategy games too. You'd be surprised. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I've never played Minecraft. I have a 12-year-old nephew that plays Minecraft and Fortnite, and he's trying to get me into both of them. And I don't know, they just haven't appealed to me, but I've played games that I didn't think would appeal to me, and I actually ended up really liking them. Like Pokemon, for example. I didn't think would ever appeal to me, but I actually really like it. So. Yeah.
Well, she got me started into it, and I was like, oh, you know what? This is just really fun. And but I like it when it's modded, because when it's being modded, there's a lot more you can do with it. A lot more you can do with it. And I love to be creative. That is my major part about being creative, about my streams, is I like to be creative. So...
Well,
yeah.
I appreciate creativity in a stream, that's for sure. What aspects of a video game make it good and or bad?
Yes. This question.
This question.
I'm gonna say, if it doesn't have a story, I tend to not like it. It's gotta have a story. For me, games are storytelling. In some, that's why I do tabletop. That's why I do games of the nature. Even with Space Engineers, there is a slight story. It's about Clang. Minecraft has a little bit of a story. You're trying to get yourself. That's why I like survival. I like MMOs, things like that. But if anything, if there's no story, I get bored. I get really bored. So there has to be a story.
Yeah.
Creativity is my major other thing that I need in a game.
Yeah, as far as story, for me, I have to have a story, but it has to interest me too. Because I played a lot of games that have stories that it's just. Like, I couldn't get into it. Like, for whatever reason, the story just did not grasp me. Like, I couldn't hold my attention. So, and creativity is something that's important, too. Like, one game that I look at is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in my opinion, has a wonderful story. And there's a lot of creativity in it, and I really enjoy that. So, I can get on board with that, story and creativity.
Well, there are some games that I don't play, but I will watch.
Sure.
Because, well, I have a hard time sometimes playing games due to the fact of my peripheral neuropathy.
Yep.
Peripheral neuropathy, I sometimes can't even feel my fingers.
Sure.
So I will watch somebody play the game because I want to see a story.
Well, it's the one thing too to play a game and follow the story. Sometimes you're right. Sometimes it's just nice to kind of sit back and just enjoy the story and as a spectator, just sit back and just enjoy a game, a story, and it gives you a new way also to appreciate the creativity of a game. You could just, instead of like trying to watch for creativity or see creativity while you're trying to follow a story, you can just kind of sit back and just appreciate it without having to worry about playing it.
Yeah, and that's why I like to watch people. And I will be in people's stream all the time, lurking or whatever. Lurking tends to be me listening to them, and instead of actually watching them, I'm lurking for the story, lurking, listening to them while I'm either drawing or making new overlays or trying to find something new. That's what I do.
Oh, that's really cool. And I can certainly appreciate that too. What's your favorite part about being a streamer?
What do I like about being a streamer? Getting out my story, because I have a story.
Mm-hmm.
I really do like getting out my story, and I like talking to people. I like having those friendships that you don't get when you're disabled and unable to really move around as much as some people. You feel like you're in a prison, but with streaming, you are not in a prison. You can open up the prison doors and let people in and talk to them and get to learn different things about the world that you never expected.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. Like for me, when I started streaming, the COVID numbers were really high, and people, and even now, people are afraid to go out because of COVID. But when numbers were really high, like this was like people's like social interaction, right? Because they weren't going out places, so they were coming to Twitch and they were watching streamers like me, like you, like whoever. And this was like, for me, it was cool because I was their social outlet. I was their mall. I was whatever you want to call it. And that was important to me, that I gave viewers an opportunity to congregate and to chat with each other and to become close. And at the same time, I get to I think I'm entertaining. Of course, that's my opinion of myself.
Too.
Oh, thank you.
No, and you are definitely. But one thing I do want to bring up,
sure,
is I don't want to be a partner.
You don't want to be a partner?
I don't want to be a partner because it would affect my family. And I think family is more important than anything else in the world. So
elaborate on that. How do you mean it? What do you mean it'll affect your family?
When you want to be a partner, you need to actually stream more often.
Right.
And if you're not streaming, you need to be building other platforms to get them to be higher so that you can get people to come in. And I don't want to have to spend all that time away from my daughter or from my husband, because I love them so much. They are the reason why I still feel like I'm here today. They're what keep me going.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, you're right, because it does. It takes, and then a lot of people obsess over numbers, and then you got to get to that 75 average views, and they think they're doing well. Then they find out they're like 14 average views, and then they get mad and disappointed, and it affects your mood. It affects your mood, and it's bad.
It's too stressful, and I need another stroke. So
no, I get it. I get it. You don't. It's like, if I ever become partner, it's not going to be because I really tried. It's just going to happen. And I'm kind of in the same boat as you. It's like, I don't care if I make partner. I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy retro rap. I enjoy streaming, and we'll keep it at that. But I totally respect your opinion on that.
Yeah, I really don't want to be partner. In fact, if they give me the opportunity to be partner, I'll still say no. Just because it's more important for me to be around my family. Having 3 viewers is great to start out. Having a lot of people is great to start out. I don't want to feel like oh, you're going to take my partnership away because I had maybe 69 people this week.
Well, and that's the other thing is like once you become affiliate, you're affiliate forever, right? So unless you just decide to stop streaming, when you become partner, you gotta maintain numbers, otherwise you can lose your partnership, and that can be very stressful. And I totally get it. You don't want that stress on you because if you start getting stressed out, your family's gonna start noticing it, and you don't want that. You don't want that. And I totally get that, and I respect that.
So yeah, that's one thing. I don't want to be partner.
No, I totally understand that. What are one or two pieces of advice you'd give a new streamer, or one that's pushing for affiliate, or that's like really close to affiliate?
Okay, so one thing I would definitely advise you is if you're going into this for money, don't go in for passion. Go in for having fun. But if you are wanting to entertain your friends, that's good. Get it. But the major thing that you guys need to do is get out there. Go to other communities. Get to know them. Don't just lurk. Have fun. Enjoy them. Become friends with them. And at some point, they're going to say, hey, do you stream? And you say, yeah, I stream. And then you could say whatever you want about your stream.
Yep.
And that's what happened to me. Occasionally, I'll get people who just ask me. I have a friend, Wagnus, who literally allows you to talk about your stream inside his. Wow. And I thought that was actually cool because, even though he's a partner, and he just got partner, he allows people to talk about their streams. We're all in the same boat, guys. We really are. We're going after the same people. So being selfish and not allowing people to know about other people, not shouting them out, is kind of stupid. In my opinion, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So get to know people. Shout them out when you see them. Raid them. Don't turn off that no raiding, because that's stupid. Be friends. I mean, that's why we're here, right? We're here to entertain and make friends. So if you decide that you want to stream, don't just stream for yourself. Stream for everybody.
Yeah, I totally respect that answer, and you're right. Have fun with it, and don't go into this thinking you're going to be making lots of money, because unless you're Stroud or Ninja or these big streamers, you gotta have a passion for it. I mean, if you want to make money doing it, great, but in order to make money at anything, you should have some sort of a passion for it. So have a passion for it and have fun with it.
Well, that's one importance, is the passion. The other thing is, make it seem to others that it is a business. That means being consistent with your hours, being consistent with showing up, not always saying, oh, I don't want to stream today. You need to stream for the right reasons. I agree, Nigel. You need to also stream thinking, maybe I will someday make this a business, but don't consider it a business, but act as if it is a business, especially for the ones who have nothing else to do in their lives. This is your business. People are your business.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, we have speaking of raids, Lord Twisted just merged the kingdom with 3. I gotta change that message because we're no longer the kingdom. Thank you so much for the raid, Lord Twisted. I appreciate that. Hello, Raiders. I'm Phantom Lim Gamer. You may call me Phantom or PLG. This is Retro Rap with PLG. If you're new to my channel, it's a bit I do every Saturday morning where I interview other Twitch streamers. It's just a way to connect viewers to new chat communities and for chat communities to get their name out there. So thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. My guest this week is KarsaKKWx, and we're actually getting to the later parts of the interview here.
Yes, but
But
hey,
This will be if you want to watch the interview, it'll be posted. I haven't posted the last couple, but I'm gonna post it in my Discord. If you want to watch the interview via my Discord, you'll see my Discord panel in my About Me, or it'll be also on, of course, in my Twitch VODs. So you can watch the interview along with all the other Retro Rep interviews I've done. At this point, Karsa, I'm going to open it up to questions from the viewers. And guys,
Absolutely.
Keep the questions appropriate, please. And I know Simfa already got us kicked off here a little while ago. I don't know if you know this about me, Karsa. I think you've probably been in my streams enough. I'm a big Jersey Mike's guy. I love Jersey Mike subs.
Yep.
And so
I like Jersey Mike.
Oh, love it. And
but
so
we
like
don't have one here.
Oh,
so
that's so bad.
We have a Jimmy John's here.
Okay.
Here, which is good too. I like Jimmy John's. And I like Culver's.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend loves Culver's. So we'll start with Simpa's first question. What's your favorite? Where's your favorite place to get a sandwich, and what kind of sandwich do you like to get all the time?
I'm allergic to tomatoes.
Oh,
which
okay.
is a huge problem. So when I try to go for subs, or I tend to go with subs that I put like hot peppers on them because I like to be able to. I like that taste, and I can't stand certain things, but yeah, I don't really care for lettuce.
I don't either.
I would say definitely I like Jimmy John's, and they have a beach club, which you can put some avocado spread on it.
I've had that.
It's really good. It's really good.
Avocados in general are really good, and they're very healthy for you.
Yeah. If you were talking about a sandwich that I like, there's a place called Shoop's here, or Culver's actually has something similar to it, and that would be the mushroom and Swiss burger. That is my favorite.
I can't do mushrooms. I cannot do or olives. Like I can't. Mushrooms to me, it's a texture. It's like I don't like seafood for the same reason. It's a texture thing. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Seafood.
No, I cannot do seafood. And I've tried seafood. I've also tried sushi, and I can't do sushi. I can't.
Man. But that's my favorite. Sushi and seafood is my favorite.
I cannot do sushi or seafood or mushrooms or olives. Anything else is fair game. That's it. I can't do that.
That's okay.
The other question, very common question, is if you had to fight, would you rather fight a duck-sized horse or 100? What was it go? Would you rather fight one duck or horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
What kind of weapon do I get?
Your fists.
Oh. Ooh. I think I will actually go with the horse-sized duck.
Horse-sized duck.
Here's the reason why. One and done. You kill it, it's gone.
That's a good reason. I can get on board with that. Lord Twisted is asking, do you like breakfast foods on your burger? For example, do you like hamburgers that have like a fried egg on them?
Yes, I do like breakfast food. There's
like on your burger though. On your burger, like, do you like eggs on your burger? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. McDonald's has something that I don't like it great, but they have what's called a griddle. McGriddle.
Oh, sure.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah. I love fried egg on my hamburger. Oh, I wish we had more restaurants around here that did that. The buffalo chicken sushi roll might be doable for PLG. If it has any sort of a fish aftertaste, Lady Luck, not for me. Venus Blue, if you had to choose one archetype of food, soup, pizza, tacos, etc., for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, so here's the problem. First of all, you asked for soup, you asked for pizza, you asked for tacos. 2 of those things have tomatoes in quite a bit. 1 has salt, and for lymphedema patients,
Oh, yeah.
salt is a killer.
Yeah.
So, while I would love soup, I can't have much soup. I have to make my own soup. Pizza would actually be buffalo chicken pizza. Love it. Don't have to have tomatoes on it. Still gives you that spice. And you still get the cheese. And so I love that. When I make foods for myself, I substitute roasted red peppers for tomatoes.
Oh, that's a good substitute.
Yep.
Oh, I love peppers.
When I put peanut butter on it, yeah, I've tried some weird stuff.
What's the weirdest thing? Like, what do you think is the weirdest thing you've tried on your burger?
On my burger?
Mm-hmm.
The weirdest thing on my burger. I'd be tofu, and I can't stand tofu.
Oh, really? Tofu?
Yeah, it was a tofu burger.
Oh, I couldn't do that. If I'm going to eat meat, I'm eating meat.
I want meat. I want my meat.
Yes. Venus Blue.
Crunchy bits are awesome.
What's that?
Lady Duck says avocado with crunchy bits.
Oh.
Yeah. Like my crunchy bits.
Venus Blue. I meant more like if all your food had to be eaten through one type of medium, but I think I'm explaining this question badly. It made sense in my head.
One type of medium would be probably pizza because you can actually fold it over and make it your own type of sandwich.
Oh, there you go. Does anyone else have any appropriate questions for Karsa?
Yes. Appropriate, please.
Yes.
I'm a mom. I'm a mom.
Yes. Excuse me, I had a cough. Anybody else? Does she want to meet Sarah Woe? That's
No.
my. See,
No. I really don't. Pizza's great. Pizza with pineapple. Ham and pineapple. Yes, good.
I will only eat that if there's jalapenos on it.
Well, that's good too.
Because I like the spicy sweet combo, and that's like the perfect combination there. If you could travel to any place at any time period, where would it be?
Any time period. I'm a future girl. I would go to the future.
How far into the future?
Probably about far enough to see my daughter with her first kid.
Can you hold on one second, Karsa? I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
Pepperoni, jalapeno,
What?
and pineapple. Awesome.
She went out to breakfast. I'm doing an interview.
So if I traveled to any time period, it'd actually be the future. I'd want to see my grandkids or great-grandkids or things like that because it actually is very important to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. My sister came in yelling my name.
Oh, that's fine. Well, say hi.
Yeah.
But people were asking, and as I said, I'd probably want to go see my daughter's family in the future, like grandkids or whatnot. That would be most important, I think, would be for me. I'm a future girl, though.
That's cool. I love that answer. How cool would it be to be able to go into the future to see what to see stuff that we wouldn't be able to see otherwise, because whether it's we won't be around that long or for whatever reason, I think that would be really cool.
I do have to say something, and this is it goes along with why I stream. I believe that you are immortal if people remember you.
That's sure. Yeah, I can see that.
I would love to see what my legacy is.
That would be really neat.
Yeah.
To see your legacy, to see what the footprint you left behind, and that would be really. That's a good answer. I like that.
Picard. Philly Picard. I like Kirk, and I love Kirk because of actually my father. As I said, I spent hours talking about sci-fi with my father. The reason why I think I started that is because I could stay up later if I actually did do that.
Venus
just became the thing.
Venus Blue. Wow. If you go into the future and your daughter's partner is super obnoxious, would you try to prevent it? Are you going to risk butterfly affecting this?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Depends on if he was obnoxious, I'd be like, okay, fine, whatever. But if he was dangerous to my daughter, yeah, I would. I would risk it just for the safety of my family.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference between being obnoxious and dangerous, so I get that. Raven is asking, would you like to go to the future and find the cure for diseases and screw up the timeline by bringing it to the past?
Yes, actually.
Yeah,
because there's just the future is if you think about the future as an alternate timeline, bringing it back would just start a new timeline.
Yeah,
that one would no longer exist. But yes, I would.
That's true. Not like obnoxious, and you don't like him, but she's happy and healthy. Yeah, I think Venus. I think it's pretty appropriate. She said that as long as he doesn't pose any danger, or as long as he's respectful, he can be obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't care if he's obnoxious. I care about if he's healthy and protected.
Her daughter's got to live with him, not her. Not Karsa doesn't have to live with her daughter does. So.
Exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, the TVA will want to intervene with me, but you know what? So what? It's an alternate timeline. That timeline no longer exists. My new timeline works.
There you go. Anybody else have any appropriate questions for Karsa? If not, I'm going to give you a shout-out, Karsa, so people can check out, get a glimpse. If it's a short one with Twitch Guru, you don't know what you're going to get. If it's a short one, I'll give you another one. So here's I give her a shout-out.
I don't know which one you'll be getting.
Yeah, I don't know. Twitch Guru
I see the first one that I ever done, and I'm like, why are you always seeing that one? Why can't you see some of my new stuff?
Well, let's see what we get here. Here we go. Let's check out a clip of Karsa's channel here.
Things we did then was I made ships.
Okay, let's see.
Period.
Yep, new one. First one. First one. Why? That was when I had pigtails. There's so many out there. There are so many out there, and it always goes to that one. I don't get it. I mean, I was just starting with that one.
Wow. Well, Karsa, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And again, guys, I'm going to put your links here again. Go give her a follow on Twitch, which is right here.
May I show one thing? Because I did find it. Remember what I said about my daughter is helping me make some of my emotes?
Yeah. Oh, you have your emote you want to show off? Sure. Absolutely.
I do. I actually found it, and there you go.
Oh, hold on a second. I have to...
that was the one she made for me.
Give me 1 second. I have to adjust the window. Your window here. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Hi, baby. Thank you.
Aw. A soul is a soul. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, she made that. Oh,
well,
thank you, honey.
Well, guys, if you go follow Karsa, that is a follower emote, so you'll have access to that emote by giving her a follow.
Yeah, and my daughter's going to be helping me with a few more in the future, so I'm excited.
That's really
cool. You
have
a soul. Everybody has a soul.
Everybody has a soul.
The main reason is that I say this. is because if I don't care who you are or what you are, you still have a soul, and I'm going to treat you like you have a soul. So if you are a lesbian or if you're bisexual, you still have a soul, and I love you for it.
I agree.
There you go.
I just like to be a good person, everybody. I'm a firm believer in karma. So,
Okay, well, you're a glitch. Well, I'm also alien, so we still have a soul. There you go.
There you go. Thank you so much for your time, Karsa. This was awesome. If it's okay with you, I'm going to post this interview on Twitter, and then I'm also going to put it in my Discord. And if you want, you can actually copy and paste the link out of my Discord to post in your Discord if you would like to.
Yes, actually, I do want to do so because I found this important that everybody hear and see, and I thank you so much. I thank you so much for listening to me and taking a time. You're the first person to laugh at my glitch crap. That's because I'm weird that way.
That's all right. Well, thank you so much. And one other thing, thank you for being a supporter of my channel. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to watching your stream, watching more of your streams in the future.
I'll be honest with you, I don't always watch you as you're gaming. I watch you for you.
Aww.
So that's why I watch a lot of people. It's not always for the game. It's for them.
Well, I appreciate whatever reason you come, whatever it is. The reason is you come to my channel to watch. I appreciate it. You're here. You're supporting me, and I appreciate that. So, thank you again, Karsa. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in one of your streams.
Don't forget March 6th.
March 6th, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, guys. Mark that down in your calendars.
Yes,
and make sure to join that stream. It's going to be an important stream, and make sure to join, please. If anything, at least it'll educate you. You'll get some education out of it. So,
March 6th. March 6th at 10 a.m. Central Time. It's on next Sunday. Not this Sunday. Next Sunday.
A week from tomorrow, guys. Well, thank you so much, Karsa. You have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
And next time, bring the cookies.